Hello and welcome to Not That This, the pop culture talk show where I interview artists and influencers to find out their fool's gold and hidden gems, those massively popular things that they hate and those unknown or underrated masterpieces that they love. My name's Geraint Evans and I am your host. So this is episode 15. I want you to have a creative voice in this podcast so you can help me choose the theme tune. You're currently hearing one of the options and I'll tell you how to vote at the end of the episode. This is the last week that you can do that in. This interview is with Tony Law. Now, look, if you've come to this podcast because you want to hear Tony be Tony, then you are in the right place. This is not really what this show normally sounds like. It was less a structured chat finding out the fool's gold and hidden gems of my guest as it was a journey through pop culture via the network of A-roads that is Tony's mind. I have no control in this chat. This is just Tony being his hilarious self while I laugh like an idiot and occasionally try and ask a question. Tony's a frenetic man. He's always moving. There are some background noises, some clicks, some shuffles, and that's just Tony playing with a pen or with the CDs on the desk or with the clothes on a hanger nearby in the back room. He doesn't stop. He can't stop. I think he's like a shark. I think he'd die if he did. But it's a lot of fun. In the background, a couple of times, you will hear my good friend and comedy promoter Ed Strong pop up with the name of a famous person, an actor whom me or Tony can't think of the name of, and he had to say something, and it was a good thing he did because we'd have been there for ages. Anyway, here's the interview. Hello, Tony.
Hello there.
Hi, thank you very much for joining me.
It's an absolute pleasure. I'm pleased to be here.
Good, lovely. So, Tony, you're a stand-up comedian.
I am. That's right. Yeah, I do. Stand up. I think. I do an approximation of it.
Well, that's the real question I wanted to ask you, right? Because I'm trying to think of how I might explain to an audience what it is that you do.
Well, I just say it's just comedy, just silliness, and it's just comedy, voices. Lots of voices and accents and nonsense. I think nonsense.
Nonsense.
Do it. Yeah, it's kind of in the vein of Monty Python. Stream of consciousness. Someone who has, in their lifetime, heard a lot of comedy, and because you got to make yourself laugh. So sometimes you have to go further out there to make yourself laugh, haven't you? Sometimes it's just like a sound. Or, just it could be just shouting cows at cows. You know what I mean? My favorite comedy is the comedy that you aren't quite sure why it's funny.
Yeah, I've just watched you
face
perform.
Expression or a sound. And that just means that a lot of the time you're... you might not be getting anywhere. But if you keep plugging away, my God, you can really get to some nirvana places. You can get to some excellent giggling fits. It means that you do die on your hole the odd time.
Right, yeah.
But the payoff is excellent. And when you aren't financially successful, you can tell yourself you're an artist. And that's how I feed my self-esteem and try and get laughs in a unique way, because I think I was sold the idea a bit. I thought everyone was supposed to be as original as possible, and I went on that path, and my friend Tim Minchin said, you made that decision, Tony. And it was the wrong one. No, he loves me. But I'm trying now. I think now that I'm sober, I will be able to translate that into more... Because I'd like to reach more people. Because my theory is there's more... Like tonight's crowd, there's more people out there that don't know about me yet. Or my style of comedy yet. Who would like it as much as these guys. So I'm not looking to be huge or anything. But I am looking to reach more people. I feel like there's people in towns who are like, oh, there's nothing for me. Mind you, you can find whatever you need on the internet, but it is a lot different on the live. I thrive live.
Absolutely. I mean, you really do. Like, I mean, I remember the first time I saw you, which was actually a DVD of my friend Chris Choppings. It was I keep thinking Red Stripe. Go Faster Stripe.
Oh yeah, yep.
The one you filmed in Chapter Art Centre in Cardiff.
Yeah, we've done a few there.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Never really convinced at the quality of them in the end. No, they do a good job on their end.
Yeah.
But it's never. By the time I get to there, I'm never. It's usually out of season for the whatever show that I'm recording.
Okay. Yeah.
It's always 6 months out, and so I struggle through it. But other people don't seem to notice.
Yeah, I mean,
and they don't give enough audience shots. That's what I think. I like watching people's faces.
I feel like
they do.
I feel like
haven't
you
seen
shouldn't
it.
do any in.
Oh, don't you?
In a stand-up DVD.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the audience shot.
Okay, that's interesting. So I'm on board with that.
I like to feel like a Hitchcock one-shots kind of.
Oh, great! You like
deal.
one single camera?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I'm going to do the next one like then, and then I'm going to give it away. I figure
you're going to give it away.
Yeah, every fifth one.
You're just going to
give it away. Give the show away. Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. I mean, you could just upload that, right?
I'll just upload it. Probably.
Yeah.
Cheaper than getting them printed off, because then you'd have to sell them for £2 or £5 or whatever it costs. Anyway, yeah, so that's interesting. Thanks for that.
No worries. Like to hand out me tips for the old stand-up comedians every now and again.
It's nice to know what people like.
I mean,
what about audio? Do you like audio? I should do just an audio one.
I mean,
or do you prefer to look at pictures?
I mean, there are certain comics that I think lend themselves to that. You're very visual in what you do. And so I think something might be lost in the translation there.
Yeah, might be. But I might think about that the next material I come up with. I might think about it as a soundscape.
Yeah.
I would like to do an hour show where everyone has their eyes closed or blindfolded or in the dark.
I mean, you need a trusting audience.
So I want to try that next.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I mean, that sounds exciting.
Great. Okay, so what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, the point of this podcast is, I suppose, to find out what artists like yourself, really like, things that they love and things that they hate that they can't engage with.
Well,
so
lately it seems like the last couple of years I've disengaged with things that upset me or that I don't like.
All right.
You know, I think I was trying to avoid Ladism and avoid anything like that. So I don't pick up, because that, like, after a phase of looking at your news feed and getting so angry, and then Donald Trump and because he's a very obvious one to hate, but it's absolutely right, and it's just awful, and the bullshit about people who support him, and just justifying the misogyny and the sexism. But that seems to, like, you can do your best to hide from that, but it just keeps coming out, doesn't it? It's everywhere, and it seems like I just can't bear men, actually.
Men in general.
I like nerdy men, and I like men in couples and ones and twos.
Right, okay.
But not groups. Fucking hate them. Always have. Even when I was in groups.
Okay.
But my friends, I don't think we were nerdy. We were kind of hipsterish.
Yeah.
We weren't smart. We weren't smart enough to be. Yeah, but we had crazy hair, very average hairdos, but they were outrageous to cowboys, and so
right,
we got into a lot of fights back then.
So you're from Canada, right?
Yeah.
Do they have cowboys in Canada?
Yeah. Big Alberta's full of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, rig pigs and all that, and most of them are from the city, though. No, that's not true. There's rodeo's big. It's they call it the Texas of the North, and it's very much like that. Alberta, oil rich,
right?
Right wing. Seemingly nice, balanced, but a bit racist. Not a bit. You can't be a bit racist.
No, I mean, you either are. Yeah, it's binary, isn't it?
Yeah. But one thing is, sexism always seems to get overlooked. The misogyny and sexism in everything, I think. it always is like the thing that gets brushed over, and culture seems to get, you watch people more about culture, racism, but actually it's still appalling, the sexism, and what are they called, those men's rights?
Oh, MRAs, the men's rights activists.
Jesus
Meninists,
Christ.
which is a stupid word. I hate meninist as a word.
They're just horrible and thick. And you know what? The thing that bugs me the most, I think, is back to racism. I think people's lack of imagination. That's what bugs me the most. Because if you have a good imagination, you can imagine why it is that one community in a certain village is poor. And it's because of what's come before. It really frustrates me, the idea that people just think something can change right away. So, like, Ireland became the tiger economy just in a week. Actually, it took hundreds and hundreds of years because they were oppressed. And it seemed like slavery still lingers, and like it takes generation after generation for things to fix. And then people keep things in place. But that's not culture. What culture bugs me? The violence. No, I don't know. I'd say the internet. All of the internet. Yeah, comments page where people cowards on the internet.
I mean, as someone who's
like on Quora, some dipshit right-wing guy. Why is it that liberals are all stupid?
Yeah.
Super clever, provocative there. So I'm not able to pin it down to something because I have hid myself away from it. I spend a lot of I'm doing that. I spend a lot of time in the woods with my dog or with my kids playing. So I live a very hidden life,
secluded lifestyle.
Yes,
away from all the
apart from 1970s television. I'm into a phase of that right now. Watching country and western TV shows. Or those Hollywood roasts with Dean Martin, the host. And watching what they think's funny back then is great.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not really engaged with roasts until quite recently. I've seen a few on YouTube, and but they're more modern ones, and some of that stuff is like...
Oh, yeah, pretty dodge.
Yeah.
Funny, though. What's his name, the actor? That's a really good one to watch. The actor.
I know.
You know,
the actor, the
what's
guy,
he called? God. He's a young hipster guy. He did the movie where he had to saw his arm off.
Oh,
when he was climbing.
Yeah, the 24 Hours, is it?
Yeah.
James Franco.
That's it.
Right,
Thank you, James Franco.
That's the voice of Ed Strong.
His roast is funny. Yeah, Sandberg is so funny in that. So,
really?
Yeah, watch that one.
I mean, he's a funny guy.
James Franco's funny, yeah. But watch that roast. It's really good. What else do I like? Amadeus the film. That's quite popular, actually. And NFL, I'm all over. I'm totally into the NFL again.
I've recently got into NFL, actually. Well, I say recently, the last few years. I mean, I'm a British man. Yeah. It's not really for us, but it's...
I used to play football in high school, and I love it. There's nothing like... I didn't get to play quarterback, but there's nothing like taking a ball and throwing it, playing catch with someone. Like, you can do that for hours. Nice, tight spirals. Getting a zip on it, and then running patterns and picking each other. Oh, it's so therapeutic. The thing, and also like from over here watching it, you get a nice flavor of fan. You know, they're kind of like a crickety type fan here. So it's because it's a specialist interest.
Right, you need to really get into it.
It is like cricket.
Yeah,
like that. You know, long periods of nothing happening.
Yeah,
and so I took my son to a game the other day. And I was worried he was going to get bored. And he loved it. It was like watching him relax for the first time.
Yeah.
And, it's 4 hours we were in there. Yeah, but you'd chat, visit, and study the game. And so the fans are really nice there. But I'm imagining that a lot of fans in the stadium in America are probably, of the more conservative end of it. Like football fans can be... hard work.
Well, like soccer fans, like
yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch it with some people and it's fine, probably the majority, but then there's some that's just
Yeah, I mean,
I can't bear banter.
I'm a big fan of British football as well, and
who do you support?
I support Swansea City Football Club.
Oh, excellent!
That's where I'm from.
Are they in the Premier League?
They are in the Premier League.
Yeah, I used to be really into it when I drank. This is weird.
Okay.
20 years I was watching Premier League. I used to be a member at Arsenal. And so when I first moved over, I thought I've got to get into the sport of my adopted country. And I was really into it. But for some reason, when I stopped drinking, my interest in it waned. I still read about it. I think it was Sky TV was so expensive as well. And I don't go to pubs anymore, so...
Yeah, I mean, that'll do it, yeah. If you can't afford Sky and you don't want to go to a pub, then you're done for football.
I kind of read about it, and I suppose I consume sport in the old-fashioned way. Listening to it on the wireless and reading about the match the following day. And also, as an Arsene Wenger fan, I am a bit frustrated with his lack of success there. And I think to myself, no, hang on. He is a success, but not measured against morons. So he built the stadium, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's done well.
What do people want? It's not...
I mean, I suppose what they want is for their team to win trophies.
Yeah, well... Can't all do that.
No, statistically.
You could be like the Cleveland Browns. They're struggling right now. Anyway, NFL, I don't even mind who's playing. They're all good. So, NFL, but that's not super neat. I'm a Radio 4 obsessive now.
Okay, all right.
But I listen to it all the time. Archers, I love the Archers.
Right, okay.
I thought, no way am I going to like this, but I can tell you all about the Archers. So my favourite character is one of the gay guys in it there, like, talks like that. I know, this is going to make me sound like a real phobe, but... I never imagined Northern Irish people being gay. But of course, that's just prejudice. But when you hear him talking like that, it's fantastic. He must have done, like good for, like, knocking down walls and that. That's my Northern Irish accent. I'm, like, gay. That is fabulous. Anyway, that's not all I like about it.
I mean, yeah, okay, so what
It's
what
familiar.
Do you like about it? It's familiar.
Yeah,
okay,
it's like having a family away from home. And I imagine they're terrible at farming. They don't know much about farming. Not the way we do it. Or did it. They have pretty small operations. Pretty tin pot operations. I struggle to see how any of them are making any money. You know,
well, that's
they
the
don't
British
have
economy for you.
They don't have any massive crops as far as I can tell. They don't combine. They've got a few cows. You know, they've got some ducks and geese. I don't know how any of them make a living in that show. Okay. But, you know, what do I want? It's a drama. Well, it's a serial.
It's fiction, right?
Yeah.
They're allowed
so I quite like that. And I love the shit out of documentaries, of course. Who doesn't? That's the great thing, is to watch all the old documentaries you've never seen. But actually, there's just shed loads of really dumb ones. You know, I can't bear it when they dumb them down for people.
Right.
You think that you need, it was like, you know, I prefer like your Mary Beards and your Simon, well, even Simon Sebag Montefiore's jazzed it up a little too much.
Okay.
They don't get it that the majority of people who like documentaries want it serious and full of information. Don't want it jazzed up. We're watching a documentary. If we want it jazzed up, we'll go and watch a film. And why hasn't there been a proper Roman film since Gladiator? That's fucking bullshit. Sorry about the swearing, but it's appalling there's not been another one. That was wonderful. That battle scene at the beginning, I was like...
It's a very good film, yeah.
Oh my God, that was... I creamed myself. I'd watched it so many times, I thought, this is it. My imagination's on the screen. And then the German guy holds up the Roman envoy's head. And I'm like, oh boy, this is on. This is so going to be a fight. Fight. Oh, just amazing.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm on board. Okay, so give me an example of a documentary you really like. Like, what's...
I liked, Mary Beard did one about, you know, like the working class average Roman people, the regular Roman plebs, people, by reading their, mostly their tombstones, or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of sum up their entire lives when they die on these things. And they have loads of them. And so piecing that together and piecing together how they lived and all that, I find that was a good one.
Okay.
What was another good one? Oh yeah, there's a short one on the History Channel about the Mosquito fighter aircraft. And I really enjoyed the presenter on that.
Okay.
Tony Law. Someone had come to a gig and they found out I was doing my airplane sounds, and then they got talking to me and they realized I know a ridiculous amount, and so I did a documentary.
Wow.
It's about the Mosquito, airplane.
Okay.
Which is made of wood, and it was the fastest plane in World War II. Twin engine.
Wow.
Yeah. It was fitted out with the Rolls-Royce Merlin, the finest engine of the war. Even finer than the Allison or the Pratt & Whitney Double Wasp. Fabulous.
Giving people a little snapshot of
I like World War II airplanes.
I think that's a popular genre
It's a different time.
of aeroplane.
I think if you had to do that or be a grunt on the ground, it would be better to be a pilot. Although their lifespan
Wasn't it quite a high death rate?
Yeah. But I think it was on the ground too.
Right, okay. Well, yeah.
I think your best thing is be a cook way behind the lines.
Yeah, cooking for the officers.
Yeah. Back in London.
Yeah.
Pushing paper. Anyway, yeah. What else? What is another good documentary? Oh, there's just so many. Books-wise, I went through a phase not long ago of reading all of Simon Sebag Montefiore's, what a posh name, right?
Yeah.
He wrote all about Stalin. So he's got about 5 books on Stalin. But if you ever read The Young Stalin and then follow that up with The Court of the Red Tsar, and it's so intriguing and interesting, but also depressing. So in a weird way, you can really get into a fug with humanity, and you can actually get into a really depressed state. But then you come out of it feeling joy that you're not there.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So that was a bit of fun.
So
I think I've got the wrong idea what this show is, don't I?
No, it's fine. I'm enjoying being on this journey with you.
I find it hard to concentrate.
So, it sounds like you're really interested in non-fiction specifically. You seem not.
Yes, I wish I could get into. You know what my problem is fiction is the fear that I will commit to something that's not good and not know that it's not good, or waste my time on something but yet I'm too cowardly to ask. But what I would really like is someone to tell me what to read,
right,
and start from there. Because when I get into something, I like that thing. So I don't know anything about classical music, but I thought I would make myself cultured when I was 16 in high school after that movie Amadeus, by getting Mozart. And so I got every track, all the music Mozart's ever made.
All
and
the
so
EPs
it didn't help me become cultured, but it means that I can recognize a Mozart anywhere I am in the world. And I have no idea about music, but I learned listened the shit out of Mozart.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I can hum him Symphony Number 25 in G minor.
And you just know that stuff.
Yeah, I think I've got it right. But I don't know anything about anyone else. So I'll have to ask, is that Wagner? Is that Wagner? So, what did I get onto that? Oh, yeah, so if someone told me someone who wrote a really good novel, I would hope that they would tell me something where they had 5 other books.
Right, okay, and then now you're just into that author.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it, yeah.
But, so I find it hard to commit. It's like going to Sainsbury's sometimes. There's so much choice that it actually neutralizes me. I just can't do it. It's too much choice. Too much anxiety related to all that.
I get that sometimes. You just stood there and you're going, I want to eat something, but
there
are too
fiction?
many things. Do I like fiction?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of fiction.
What's really amazing that you've read lately?
What's really amazing that I've read lately? So there's a book called The Circle by Dave Eggers.
Oh, I know Dave Eggers. I've read that one about when his parents died from smoking. What's it called? Heartbreaking.
I don't know.
It was called Heartbreaking work of genius or something like that. Anyway,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
it was his first one.
Yeah.
So The Circle,
The Circle, Dave
Dave
Eggers.
Eggers, yeah.
There is a Netflix movie about it, adaptation, but do not watch that.
Oh, okay.
It is not.
Oh,
It's got a great cast. It's
have you
got like
seen-
Tom Hanks and.
Have you seen Patriot?
No.
Yeah, that's on Amazon.
Okay.
That's a good show.
Why is that a good show? Like, what do you
Just
like
watch
about it? Just watch it.
What's my favorite show? No, I hear nobody asking.
Oh, actually, I mean, we can do that.
I was one of those wire wankers.
Oh, The Wire. Yeah, I mean,
And
everyone's
then-
into The Wire, right?
I didn't like the other one that everyone loved, Breaking Bad.
Oh, really?
I found it mean.
It is. Mean. Yeah, no,
I do not like those cartels one bit. I have to tell you.
It's a controversial opinion.
I
from
don't
Tony
like
Lowe.
them. They scare me. And as a former, addict, I have some issues with those things.
Those cartels.
Terrible people. Anyway, so the Circle. What else?
What else? So I'm a big fan of. This is a bit more non-fiction. He's a humorist, but you may know him, David Sedaris.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I love him. I love his stuff.
It's funny. The only two you've that I've ever read. And I like old Aykroyd.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd. Oh,
Yeah, but Peter Aykroyd, isn't it?
Okay,
No,
right.
what's he called?
I don't know.
It's one of the Aykroyds. But he's English. He writes about London history a lot.
Okay. All right,
But
yeah.
then we're back to non-fiction again.
I mean, that's fine.
I
It
read
doesn't
the
have to be-
reviews in the Guardian all the time, so you can read a lot of get the gist of a lot of books that way. I love the review.
Yeah.
Saturday Guardian is the greatest. Oh, that and the Radio 4 on in the background. Super.
Okay. All right, we'll do some quick fire questions.
Okay, sure.
I mean, nobody has ever been quick fire, so don't worry
Okay.
about it. So this is just your favourite and your least favourite kind of thing.
Oh, great.
All right.
This is fun.
So
Structure. I need
okay. So your favourite TV show?
Modern Family.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah, I like it.
Sitcom. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
because we watch it with the kids,
Oh,
so I'm
right,
fond
yeah,
of
so
it in that
it's-
way.
Yeah. Okay. Least favourite TV show.
It'd have to be one of them singing shows,
Okay. Like.
but I don't
like
watch them, so
American
I can't
Idol.
really. Yeah, I don't like most people. I don't like the singing shows. I think
Apart from
football
the millions of
focus.
people who watch them.
Men talking about football was boring, but I don't hate that. No. What's a TV show I hate? Again, the way with modern media, you can avoid anything you absolutely detest.
Well, you can. Yeah.
And also, I gave up on that thing of, I hate that. I try not to have that in my life, or like, oh my God, I hate that so much.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I just, oh well, it's got some value in it. Oh yeah.
Okay.
They've worked really hard on that,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
but not for me. Not for me. Oh, any comedian on there talking about current affairs? That bull.
Right. That thing.
I would be good at it, but I don't like them doing it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Any
Oh,
comedian
the-
who's not me.
Yeah, panel
it.
shows that have never put me on them. I hate those.
Right.
Bloody Mock the Week is shit.
Big
And
fan of Buzzcocks.
I can't see. I used to do Buzzcocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. It's a great show.
But then
was a great
they
show.
didn't make you sit down and write your jokes out, the acts didn't hire writers in. It's such a fucking con,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's okay for me to be horrible about it because there's no way they're putting me on it, or I would have been on it by now. Fucking bullshit.
Fair.
It's just writers. All they are is just doing other people's jokes.
Yeah.
They need to properly riff it. Like, have I got news for you? Brave show,
Brave show.
funny, and all riffed. All riffed.
Okay, that's good to know.
Everything's made up. Same with Buzzcocks, although that's gone to die.
It has. Yeah, it's gone away now.
Yeah, I'm liking this game. This
Okay,
is fun.
all right. So, your favorite movie?
Amadeus
Yeah.
is certainly one of them. It's funny. It'll as soon as I get in the car to go home, all of them will come back to me.
Oh yeah,
that I love.
absolutely. I mean, I'm sure like that's the problem with this podcast, is
Gladiator.
as soon as you ask someone, they're
Gladiator's first half an hour, 40 minutes.
like, okay, and then after that, not so much.
Moon.
Oh, Moon's a great film.
Yeah,
with,
I like that.
Oh, what's his name?
Bit depressing.
Yeah.
As David Bowie's son, Duncan Jones, was the director of that.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam Thingy.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody likes him. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, your least favorite movie?
I used to do this thing called Bad Film Club. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard about Film
We
Club.
do that in car, with Nico. And we sit and we watch the movie and talk about it. And we've seen some terrible movies, but you can really make them funny. Like Top Gun is terrible. But our least favorite movie, I'm not sure about. Oh, I know another favorite would be Apocalypto.
Okay, yeah. I own that on DVD and I've never... It's still in the saran wrap, like I've never opened it.
That's pretty haunting, some of it. He's a crazy bastard, but he knows what he's doing on that film. There's some bits where you see the royal families and the sacrificing, and it's pretty freaky.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll give you nightmares if you really watch that close.
Okay, all right.
It's good. Depravity of humanity is cool.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, your favourite book?
Crime and Punishment. Dostoevsky.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a slog, is
It's
Crime
a
and
slog,
Punishment.
but it's depressing.
All right, okay, you sold me.
And revealing. It's just something about it, though.
Yeah.
There's something about it. Felt like I was there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I mean, who hasn't killed an old lady with an axe? Is that what happened? I forget. It's been a long time, actually. That's why I've said it.
Yeah, I read it when I was 18 because I thought that would make me cultured and cool.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Same thing. And Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, of course. When I first read that as a kid, that was awesome. And then I tried to emulate it for about 15 years after that.
Less awesome.
Yeah. Much less. Terrible example for children.
All right, your least favourite book?
Again, I don't think I have one.
Could be someone you've picked up and you've read the first chapter and gone,
Bible.
The Bible, yeah. I mean,
Quran.
Yeah.
They're both similar.
They're quite similar, actually.
You know, they're all right. They're not as great as some people bang on about. You know, I think they're just dumb, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're stupid. I mean, you know, but fair play. People can do what they want.
They've done well.
I still think it's dumb.
As published works, they've done all right.
Yeah, they've done okay. What's another one? Book I don't like? No, I can't think of one.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's fine. All right, okay, then your favourite. What do I normally ask? Your favourite band or musician? Yeah.
The Who.
The Who. Good.
Yeah.
I'm in for that.
The Who for sure. I love The Who because they're music for boys, but not bad, but arty boys.
Okay.
And so not sexist or anything like that.
Yeah.
Quite deep, but play it lightly, and I love The Who. That's one of the reasons I came to this country, was because of The Who. Yeah, it's true.
Okay. I do often wonder why so many Canadians come over to the UK to do stand-up.
I did it way before I even did stand-up.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
I thought I did it before it was cool. I did it before any of these guys followed over.
Yeah. All right, your least favourite band or musician?
God, there's so many. It's easy to hate music, isn't it?
It really is easy to hate music.
Just all of them. You know, the ones, there's empowering girls through nakedness. I just think, oh, fuck off. That's not the role model we need.
Yeah.
That's not empowering. Jesus, you're playing right into their hands.
Yeah.
All that shit. Mind you, they have some good songs. I don't like Madonna.
You don't like Madonna?
Nah.
Wow.
And I don't like Michael Jackson. But band. I even like Feeder. I like loads.
Feeder's great.
Who do I not like? I can't think of it. I genuinely try and find something good about everyone. Lynyrd Skynyrd.
You don't like Lynyrd Skynyrd?
Well, I mean, I like one song.
The song that everyone likes.
Yeah. But I'm not sure I like them. They're a bit
yeah.
I'll tell you who I hate. Ted Nugent.
Okay.
He's the worst. He's just disgusting human being. Who else? Yeah, that's as far as I can think.
No, I mean, I think that's a comprehensive...
Yeah.
It's a fair answer.
Well, I like the Libertines. Love them.
Okay, alright.
Naughty. I like Carl Barat a lot. I think he's great.
Okay.
I think the other one could have been, but he's been a bad person.
Right, okay.
Well, that's all I think about that. But they were, exciting and very London.
Very London. The old Libertines. Alright, okay, so we'll do one more question. Right?
Oh, great. What, favourite dictator? Well,
no, but if you've got an answer.
I'd say meanest, worst, Stalin.
Stalin, okay.
Terrible.
Yeah, he's pretty bad from what I
mean,
hear.
Hitler, everybody knows Hitler. But Stalin, underrated. For evil.
Yeah.
Totally underrated.
Okay. Alright, so, if someone was going to make the story of your life, what medium would you want them to do that in? And what would you call it?
A movie.
Okay.
Biopic, so unimaginative. And I'd have to get, I don't know who would play it.
No?
Me, I could use the break. I'd like to play me. But I probably wouldn't be able to play me, because I don't know who I am. Who played the dude? What's that actor's name?
Oh,
Because most people get a younger person to do the film for them. I'd get someone older than me.
Bridges.
Yeah,
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, Jeff would be good. Yeah.
Thanks, Ed, for jumping in again. Alright, what would you call it?
I'd call it A Long Way from the Farm.
Okay, that's a nice
something
poetic
like
title.
that.
I like that. Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, or Eastbound and Down. Damn it, that's been taken.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Tony.
My pleasure. Sorry, I've got to shoot off. I've got a long drive now.
Yeah, crack on.
Thanks for taking the time.
And you. Ta-ra. Wow, so that was Tony. Like I said, very much a journey through a particular kind of mind. I don't think Tony really does himself justice at the start when he describes his act, and that's because I don't think it's possible to relate in words what it is that he does. You absolutely just have to watch it. I think it's interesting though that someone so performatively interested in nonsense comedy, as he calls it, seems in his own time to be so focused on works of non-fiction, documentaries and history books. It's an interesting quirk, I think, and I wonder if the nonsense that he makes is a way of reacting to like a baseline awfulness in the real world. Who knows? I'm not a psychologist. All I do know is that Tony Law is one of my favourite comedians and people, and you should all go and see him do comedy. As I mentioned at the top, you can help me choose the theme tune for Not That This. The first 5 episodes all have different music, which I will then repeat over episodes 6 to 10 and 11 to 15. This is the last one. There are 3 ways that you can vote, either by making a comment on a donation to the podcast at thatthispod.com, by reviewing the show on iTunes, or you can share the podcast on social media, tagging me in at thatthispod. So that I know which episode you want, I've got a little code for you. In the comment, review or share, include the word ocelot for the music in episodes 1, 6 and 11, tiger 2, 7 and 12, thrush 3, 8 and 13, fox for the music in episodes 4, 9 and 14, and falcon for the music in episodes 5, 10 and 15. That is this one. Be as creative with that as you fancy. Maybe make up a little short story about an animal or something. I don't know. I'll tally up the votes. I'm not going to check to see whether or not you've used all 3 methods of voting. But whatever comes out on top, that'll be the official Not That This theme music. If you've got anything else to say, you're welcome to email me. It's geraint@thatthispod.com. That email address is also on the website. If you don't know how to spell my name. In the next episode, I speak to Anna Gervan, a freelance theatre director and assistant director who works with the National Theatre and Royal Shakespeare Company. Outside of writers, playwrights, she's my first representative of sort of proper people who work with the stage, with theatre. I'm very excited about it. Until then, take it easy.